We are discussing underground stem modifications, right? Underground stem modifications are of four types, right? Underground stem modifications are of four types. What are the four types of underground stem modifications, sir? Number one, rhizome, right? Number two, what is the second one? Corm, right? Next, number three, stem tuber. What it is? A stem tuber, stem tuber. Number four, bulb. Therefore, rhizome, corm, stem tuber and bulb, these are four types of underground stem modifications, right? Go for the first one. What it is, sir? Rhizome. What it is? Rhizome. This is a rhizome, right? I already told in the first class itself, diagrams will be scientific, they won't be neat, because diagrams should be self-explanatory. It means by seeing the diagram you should get the concept. Diagrams should be like that, yes or no? Now see here, this is rhizome. What it is, sir? Rhizome, right? Now, for example, I am taking this one as rhizome, right? See this, sir. Rhizome, it grows horizontally below the surface of the soil. Sir, is it growing vertically below the surface of the soil? No. How it is growing? Horizontally below the surface of the soil. How it grows? Horizontally. Where? Below the surface of the soil. If any structure grows horizontally, then it can be differentiated into dorsal side and ventral side. This becomes dorsal, which is exposed to light. This becomes ventral, which is towards the soil. Is it okay? Therefore, if a structure grows horizontally, you can differentiate it into dorsal side and ventral sides. Is it okay? Right? Sir, if a structure grows vertically, then we cannot differentiate it into dorsal side and ventral sides. Is it okay? How the rhizome is growing? Horizontally. Where? Below the surface of the soil. So, differentiated into what? Dorsal side and ventral sides. Is this statement okay? Right? Therefore, rhizome grows horizontally, where? Below the surface of the soil. Is it okay? As it grows horizontally, can be differentiated into dorsal side and ventral side. Therefore, differentiated into dorsal side and what more, sir? Ventral side. Differentiated into dorsal side and ventral side. Is this statement clear? Now listen this statement. Sir, we are saying that we can identify which one is dorsal side, which one is ventral side. How we can identify that this is dorsal side and this is ventral side, sir? On ventral side, adventitious roots are present. On which side, sir? Ventral side. What are present? Adventitious roots are present. Whereas on dorsal side, which side, sir? Dorsal side. On dorsal side, you are going to see aerial shoot. What is present on dorsal side, sir? Aerial shoot is present. What is the meaning of shoot? Shoot means what plus what? Stem and leaves. Shoot means what plus what? Stem and leaves. See here, stem is there, leaves are also there. Therefore, can we call this one as shoot, sir? What plus what? Stem plus leaves. Together called as what? Shoot. Is it okay? Now see this diagram. This white line indicates soil surface. That white line, it is indicating what, sir? Soil surface. White line indicates soil surface. Therefore, this shoot is above the soil surface or below the soil surface? Above the soil surface. Therefore, it becomes which shoot, sir? It becomes aerial shoot. Becomes which shoot, sir? Aerial shoot. Now, sir, from here, for example, flowers are developed. What are developed, sir? Flowers are developed. Flower. Is it okay? Sir, flower is used for reproduction. So, can we call this flower as a reproductive organ? Yes. Which organ, sir? Reproductive organ. Who is the reproductive organ? Flower. Sir, flower is used for which reproduction? Sexual reproduction. Therefore, flower is the sexual reproductive organ. Flower is used for sexual reproduction. So, flower is the sexual reproductive organ. It's a sexual reproductive organ. Is it okay? Now, you see here. Sir, in this rhizome, okay, which side is ventral? The side with adventitious roots. It becomes ventral side. Which side is dorsal, sir? The side with aerial shoot and reproductive organs, that is flower. That becomes which side, sir? Dorsal side. Is this statement okay? Right? Therefore, on which side? Dorsal side. On dorsal side, on which side? Dorsal side, what are present? Number 1, aerial shoot. Aerial shoot. Number 2, what more? Reproductive organs. Reproductive organs. Which reproductive organs? Sexual reproductive organs. There is nothing but flowers. Is it okay? Right. And what more on ventral side, sir? Whereas on ventral side, adventitious roots are present. On ventral side, what are present, sir? Adventitious roots are present on ventral side. Is this statement okay? Now listen this statement. Sir, I am saying that this is rhizome, right? What is this one? Rhizome. This is rhizome. Sir, this rhizome means underground stem, right? Stem means differentiated into nodes and internodes. This blue line indicates nodes. This blue lines indicates what, sir? Nodes. Sir, from nodes, what should come? Leaves. All these whites, they indicates leaves. Sir, how the leaves are? They are modified into scale leaves. What are modified into? Right, scale leaves, sir. Leaves are modified into scale leaves. Leaves are modified into scale leaves. Now you see, sir, these are what, sir? These are also leaves. Yes or no? It means underground leaves are modified into scale leaves, whereas aerial leaves are normal leaves. It means here how many types of leaves are present? 2 types of leaves are present. So, can we call leaves as dimorphic? What are dimorphic? Leaves are dimorphic. Di means how many? Two. Two type of leaves are present. Underground leaves are modified into scale leaves, whereas aerial leaves are what, sir? Normal leaves. Aerial leaves are normal leaves. Is this statements okay, right? Therefore, in case of rhizome, dimorphic leaves are present. What are present? Dimorphic leaves are present. Why we are saying leaves as dimorphic? Because two type of leaves. What are the two type of leaves, sir? Aerial leaves are? How the aerial leaves are? Aerial leaves are normal, therefore aerial normal leaves, whereas how the underground leaves are? Underground leaves are scale leaves. Underground leaves are scale leaves. Is this statements okay, right? Now listen this statement. Sir, here we are saying that leaves are dimorphic. It means two type of leaves are present. Aerial leaves are normal leaves, whereas underground leaves are modified into scale leaves. Now see here. Sir, for example, right, this is a node, sir, and this is which leaf, sir? Scale leaf. This becomes what? Axil. Axil contains which bud, sir? Axillary bud. Yes or no? It means this is which bud? Axillary bud. Where it is present? Present in the axil. Axil of what? Scale leaf. This axillary bud develops into a branch. This is the branch. This branch is used for vegetative propagation. Branch is used for vegetative propagation. Got the statement? See, this statement is very simple. See, sir, this is a node, sir. This is a scale leaf. This becomes what? Axil. This is axil. Here which bud is present? Axillary bud is present. This is which bud, sir? Axillary bud. Axillary bud. Axillary bud developed into what, sir? Axillary bud develops into a branch. Axillary bud develops into a branch. This branch is used for vegetative propagation. Branch is used for vegetative propagation. Therefore, what, sir? Axillary bud. Where it is present? Axillary bud present where? Present in the axil. Axil of which leaves, sir? Axil of scale leaves develops into a branch which is used for vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation. Sir, what is used for vegetative reproduction? Branch. From where that branch is developed? From axillary bud. Where that axillary bud is present? In the axil of scale leaves. Is this statements okay? Therefore, the branch which is developed from axillary bud, that is present in the axil of scale leaves, that branch develops into, that branch is used for vegetative reproduction. Now, listen this statement carefully. Listen this statement carefully. Sir, if the stem grows vertically like this, if the stem grows vertically like this, then this becomes the terminal bud. What is another name for terminal bud? Apical bud. Yes or no? But here the stem is growing horizontally like this. Therefore, this becomes which bud, sir? Now, this becomes a terminal bud or apical bud. Yes or no? Sir, if the stem is growing vertically like this, then we are calling this one as a terminal bud or apical bud. But rhizome grows horizontally, it's growing like this. Therefore, this will be what, sir? Now, terminal bud or apical bud. terminal bud or apical bud? Yes or no? This white one, shaded part, this is the terminal bud. Which bud, sir? Terminal bud. What is another name for terminal bud, sir? Apical bud. Now see the diagram and tell. This terminal bud has developed into what? Aerial shoot. Therefore, terminal bud develops into aerial shoot. Which bud develops into aerial shoot? Terminal bud develops into aerial shoot. Terminal bud develops into what, sir? Aerial shoot. Therefore, aerial shoot is developed from which bud? Terminal bud. Branch is developed from axillary bud. Is it okay? Which part is used for vegetative reproduction here? The branch which is developed from axillary bud, that branch is used for vegetative reproduction. Whereas the terminal bud develops into what, sir? Aerial shoot. Is it okay? Sir, we are discussing rhizome, right? Complete rhizome stores food materials. Which part of rhizome stores food materials? Complete rhizome stores food materials. Complete rhizome stores food materials, right? Right. Therefore, complete rhizome stores food materials. Complete rhizome stores food materials. Complete rhizome stores food materials. Now go for examples of rhizome. Number 1, Zingiber officinalis. Zingiber officinalis. This is a scientific name. Zingiber officinalis. Common name is ginger. What it is? Ginger. Second example is curcuma or curcuma longa. Curcuma or curcuma longa. Common name is turmeric. Don't worry, wherever we will get the common names, we will discuss that common names also, right? Next, third example is canna or kanna. Canna indica or canna indica, right? Therefore, Zingiber officinalis, curcuma longa, what more? Canna indica, canna indica. And next one is gloriosa, gloriosa superba, gloriosa superba. Common name is glory, glory lily. This gloriosa superba, it comes under Liliaceae family. Comes under which family, sir? Liliaceae family. Liliaceae is a dicot or monocot family? It is a monocot family. It's a monocot family. Is it okay? Go for the next example. Nymphea or nymphae. Nymphea or nymphae. Its common name is water lily. What is its common name? Water lily. Go for the next example. Neelambo. What, sir? Neelambo. Neelambo nucifera. It is a scientific name of a lotus, national flower of India. Who is the national flower of India? Neelambo nucifera. What is its common name? Lotus. Is it okay? Right? Number of examples are there concerned to rhizome. We discussed some important examples here. Number 1, Zingiber officinalis, ginger. Curcuma or curcuma longa, turmeric. Canna or kanna indica. Gloriosa superba, glory lily. Nymphea, water lily. Neelambo, lotus. Is it okay? Now listen these statements. This Nymphea and Neelambo, these two are hydrophytes. Nymphea and Neelambo, these two plants are what, sir? Hydrophytes. Sir, hydrophytes are of how many types? 5 types, right? Panch Pataka. Hydrophytes are of how many types? 5 types. This Nymphea and Neelambo are which type of hydrophytes, sir? They are rooted hydrophytes with floating leaves. Nymphea and Neelambo, these are rooted hydrophytes with floating leaves. Nymphea and Neelambo, these two are what, sir? These two are rooted hydrophytes. These two are rooted hydrophytes with what, sir? With floating leaves. Therefore, Nymphea and Neelambo, these two are rooted hydrophytes with what, sir? Floating leaves. Is this statement okay? Now you tell me how the rhizome is growing horizontally. If rhizome grows obliquely, rhizome grows obliquely. Obliquely growing rhizome is called as root stock. Obliquely growing rhizome is called as a root stock. Therefore, oblique growing rhizome. Oblique growing rhizome is called as what, sir? Root stock. This is a special case. Sir, root stock, how it grows? Oblique. In some cases, vertical also. Therefore, obliquely growing rhizome, vertically growing rhizome is called as what, sir? Root stock. Generally, root stock is unbranched. Root stock is unbranched. Root stock is unbranched. Sir, root stock, best example, Dryopteris. What is the example for root stock? Dryopteris. Sir, this Dryopteris is a fern. F-E-R-N, fern. What is the meaning of fern, sir? Advanced pteridophytes. Advanced pteridophytes. Advanced pteridophytes. Advanced pteridophytes are called as ferns. Is this statement okay? Right? Therefore, sir, generally how the rhizome is growing? Horizontally. But obliquely growing rhizome or vertically growing rhizome is called as what? Root stock. Okay. Root stock example, Dryopteris. Dryopteris. Dryopteris is a fern. What is the meaning of fern? Advanced pteridophytes are called as ferns. Therefore, Dryopteris is a advanced pteridophyte. It is advanced pteridophyte, right? Sir, generally root stocks are, how the root stocks are unbranched. Generally root stock, how? Unbranched. Root stock is branched, exceptional case I am writing, but root stock branched in Musa. Sir, Musa, banana, right? Musa. What is the common name of Musa? Banana. Therefore, sir, root stock is generally unbranched. But in case of Musa, the root stock is branched. The root stock is branched. Therefore, these are some important statements concerned to what, sir? Rhizome. How the rhizome grows? Horizontally, where? Below the surface of the soil. As it grows horizontally, can be differentiated into dorsal side and ventral sides. On ventral side, what are present? Adventitious roots are present. On dorsal side, what are present? Aerial shoot is present. as well as sexual reproductive organs, that is flowers, are present. On rhizome, how many types of leaves are there? Two types of leaves, dimorphic leaves. Underground leaves are modified into scale leaves, whereas aerial leaves are normal leaves. From the axil, right, of a scale leaf, what is present? Axillary bud. Sir, this axillary bud developed into a what, sir? Branch. Sir, this is a scale leaf. Yes or no? This is a scale leaf. This is axil. This is axillary bud. This axillary bud developed into a branch. This branch is used for vegetative propagation. Branch is used for vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction. Sir, this is terminal bud or apical bud. Develops into aerial shoot. Develops into aerial shoot. Complete rhizome stores food materials. The rhizome which grows obliquely, or vertically, that rhizome is called as what, sir? Root stock. Example, Dryopteris. Is it okay? Right? Generally, this root stock is unbranched, but branched in the case of a Musa, that is banana, right? Sir, in the question, if the question is asked like this, how the rhizome grows, then your answer should be horizontally. Okay, right. Now go for second one. What is, sir? Corm. This is a corm, right? Sir, how this corm grows? See the diagram. Sir, this line indicates what? Soil surface. Therefore, where is the corm, sir? Below the surface of the soil. So, we are calling it as underground, right? Sir, corm, it grows vertically below the surface of the soil. How it grows? Vertically below the surface of the soil, right? Therefore, corm grows how? Vertically below the surface of the soil. Is this statement okay? Right? Now, listen the statement. We are discussing corm. What it is? Corm. Now listen, sir, these are which roots, sir? Adventitious roots. On corm, adventitious roots are present. Which part of the corm contains these adventitious roots? Base of the corm. Therefore, adventitious roots are developed from which part of the corm? Base of the corm. Therefore, adventitious roots, where they are present, sir? They are present at the base of the corm. Now listen this statement. Sir, these are what, sir? Leaves. These leaves are modified into what, sir? Scale leaves. Therefore, all these are what, sir? Scale leaves. Now see this diagram. Sir, this is a scale leaf, right? Scale leaf. What this becomes? Axil. This axil contains which bud, sir? Axillary bud. Axil contains which bud, sir? Axillary bud. That axillary bud has developed into daughter corm. This is what, sir? Daughter corm. Is it okay? Right. Therefore, axillary bud develops into daughter corm. Therefore, axillary bud developed into daughter corm means this daughter corm is used for vegetative propagation. In rhizome, axillary bud developed into a branch. That branch is used for vegetative propagation. In corm, this axillary bud developed into daughter corm. So, this daughter corm will be useful for what, sir? Vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction. Then what about the terminal bud, sir? This is terminal bud. Compared to rhizome, the terminal bud of corm is big. You can see in the diagram. Therefore, terminal bud of corm is bigger than terminal bud of rhizome. Is it okay? Right? Therefore, adventitious roots are present where, sir? At the base of the corm. Yes or no? Right. Underground leaves. Underground leaves modified. Underground leaves are modified into what, sir? Scale leaves. Underground leaves are modified into what, sir? Scale leaves. Sir, axillary bud. Which axillary bud? Axillary bud present in axil. Axillary bud present in axil of which leaf? Scale leaf. Developed into what? Developed into daughter corm. Developed into what, sir? Daughter corm. This daughter corm is used for vegetative propagation. Yes or no? Which is used for what? Which is used for vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction. Therefore, sir, the axillary bud which is present in the axil of scale leaf, right, it has developed into daughter corm. That daughter corm is used for what, sir? Vegetative propagation, right? Now go for terminal bud. What, sir? Terminal bud. Sir, this is terminal bud, bigger than terminal bud of rhizome. And terminal bud develops into what? Aerial shoot. Terminal bud develops into what, sir? Aerial shoot. Terminal bud develops into what? Aerial shoot. Is this statement okay? Right? Right. Which bud? Terminal bud, right? Terminal bud of corm bigger than terminal bud of a rhizome. Is it okay? Right? Terminal bud develops into terminal bud develops into what, sir? Develops into aerial shoot. Terminal bud develops into what, sir? Aerial shoot. Is it okay? Sir, corm means underground stem. Complete corm stores food materials. Whereas in rhizome also complete rhizome has stored the food. Yes or no? Complete corm stores. Complete corm stores food materials. Complete corm stores what, sir? Food materials. Is it okay? Right? Now go for examples of corm. Examples of corm. Number 1, Colocasia. Colocasia. Number 2, second one, Amorphophallus. 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 Sir, this Amorphophallus is commonly called as a Zameen Khand. Zameen Khand. Right? Next, number 3, third example, Alocasia. What it is, sir? Alocasia. Next, number 4, Gladiolus. What it is? Gladiolus. Gladiolus. Next, number 5, Crocus. Crocus. Sir, crocus means saffron. Saffron. Okay. Next, number 6. Go for sixth example. Sixth example, Colchicum. Colchicum. Sir, this Colchicum common name is meadow saffron. What it is? Meadow saffron. MEADOW. Meadow saffron, Colchicum. Sir, this Colchicum comes under Liliaceae family. Colchicum comes under which family, sir? It comes under Liliaceae family. Liliaceae means it's dicot or monocot, it's monocot. Is it okay? Right. Therefore, sir, Colchicum, meadow saffron, right, comes under Liliaceae family, it's a monocot. Is this statement okay? Right. Sir, in rhizome, Gloriosa superba belongs to Liliaceae family. Therefore, a Liliaceae member with rhizome, Gloriosa superba. Sir, in corm, out of these 6 examples, this Colchicum belongs to Liliaceae family. Therefore, a Liliaceae member with corm, Colchicum. A Liliaceae member with rhizome, Gloriosa superba. A Liliaceae member with what, sir? Corm is what, sir? Colchicum. Is what? Colchicum. Right? This is about corm.